All right, all right. Well, welcome to the call, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mark. I'm really excited and consider it an honor to speak with all of you. You should be able to hear me okay. You should be able to see the screen as well. It says Instant Recall Webinar. If you can see it, just go ahead and type a Y in the chat box. Just want to make sure that everything is working properly. All right, I see that Y. That's what I was waiting on. All right, very good. So again, I'd like to welcome everyone to Instant Recall. We're going to be sharing with you an innovative app. It has taken many years to put this app together, over $500,000 and a lot of expertise. We're going to break it all down for you right now. So the first thing I want you to understand is that this innovative service provides goodwill with a minimal cost. And it's something that people are doing right now, they're already engaged with, that provides income to individuals and organizations in a market of billions of people. So just think about all of the cell phones that are out there. These are all potential customers and all people who can benefit from the Instant Recall app. So I'd like to start with the question, how would you like to have an additional automatic income? Doing what you are already doing. That's the key. Would you be open to learn about it? Well, that's exactly what we're going to talk about right now. So we're talking about additional automatic income, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a great introductory video. It's only 4 minutes long. It's going to give you a complete overview, but then we're going to break it down point by point. Let's go ahead and watch this video.
How would you like to have an automatic additional income? Automatic because you don't have to change anything about your day-to-day lifestyle in order to receive an additional income. An income that could easily reach into the high 5 figures. Take a moment to understand the Instant Recall app and how it can easily change your financial picture. Did you know your location data is valuable? That's right, where you go, your phone goes. And when advertisers see where all the phones are, they can better decide how and where to advertise. Did you know right now there are over 50 companies already selling your location to advertisers? That's right. As you and thousands of other people are driving around every day, multiple apps on your phone have been given permission by you to track your location. They do it anonymously, of course. They don't give out your personal information, but they are selling the location of you and the thousands of people all around you for hundreds of thousands of dollars to advertisers. Google is a prime example. So here's the question. How much are they paying you for your location data? And here's a better question. How would you like to get paid for it? Hold that thought for a moment. In the last 3 years, food and fuel prices have risen worldwide. We all need more money to get by. And with over 5.9 billion smartphone users around the world producing valuable anonymous location data, economists are right. Oil is no longer the most valuable resource. Data is. With the Instant Recall app, you can now get paid for your data and for referring others to Instant Recall. Of course, we comply with all international privacy laws, so you are not tracked personally. Your location data is anonymous. We collect $3.99 a month from your phone to publish your data to commercial data platforms. We package your location data and send it to the platforms every 15 seconds or 5,760 times a day. And we compile the data from the phones of everyone you refer. And we pay you monthly. In addition to that, your $3.99 monthly subscription provides 5 meals each month through feedingamerica.org. You are paid $1 per month on each personal referral, all those on your first level. Plus, you are paid $1 per month on the referrals made by those people you refer. This is your second level. If you have made 10 or more personal referrals, you are paid 50 cents per month on the referrals on your third and fourth levels. Simply put, if everyone refers just 10 people, you are making over $5,600 a month in recurring monthly income without changing anything about what you're doing in your day-to-day life. Some people will refer a lot more than 10, so your monthly income can grow exponentially. We send payments to a digital wallet every month so you can withdraw those funds to your account. Download the Instant Recall app. Make sure the referral code you receive is correct before clicking on the green arrow in the bottom right. Next, open the app to the map page. Click on the white box in the upper right. On the next page in the lower right is an automated referral system connected to all of your contacts. Just start clicking on contacts to get your first 10 referrals. The best part is no inventory needed, and there are 5.9 billion customers out there for you to refer. Plus, you can take advantage, on average, of a $1,500 a year tax write-off as a home-based business owner. Feel free to get back with the person that shared this with you and take a moment to ask any questions and how you can get on board with this incredible opportunity. Have a good day, and we look forward to hearing from you soon.
All right.
How would you like?
All right. So let's talk about the developer because this is key. Paul Snyder is the developer of Instant Recall. Now, he has been creating apps and been involved in technologies for well over 30 years. He has an excellent reputation. He's a man of character. I've communicated with him on a regular basis. I know people who have done business with him over the years, and he is an excellent, excellent leader. For many years, Paul has focused exclusively on helping merchants of all types of business owners succeed in this increasingly technology-based marketplace. And he has extensive background in developing and harnessing new mobile technology that help business owners become more successful. And so what he has done, he has created and developed this location data anonymous app and released it into the market, which was an amazing feat, which has taken many, many years, ladies and gentlemen. You need to know that he has dotted every I and crossed every T so that this program is completely compliant in every possible way. So you'll be hearing from him as we move forward. He's transparent, he's open, he communicates with us on a regular basis. So now let's talk about data. Do you understand how valuable your data and our data is? In fact, our personal data is worth billions of dollars. Who is the #1 purchaser of data? Did you know it was Wall Street? Wall Street is the #1 buyer of data used to predict trends and to direct their investments. They're getting wealthy. So many people are getting wealthy over our data. Isn't it time that you and I get a benefit from our own data? And that's what Instant Recall is all about. They empower us to benefit monthly from the sale of our anonymous location data. So it's important that you understand that. Anonymous. They don't know that it's you. They don't know that it's me. They don't have any of our personal information. It is highly regulated. They just know where we have been. And this is how they're able to make determinations as to where they're going to put hotels, where they're going to build schools, what the needs are within the community, and these type of things. So data is the most valuable resource now. It has outsurpassed even oil. So now, one of the great benefits of participating in Instant Recall is that for the price of a Happy Meal, $3.99 a month, ladies and gentlemen, you now have a home-based business. And the average home-based business is able to write off over $1,500 a year. And so by you subscribing to Instant Recall, you now have a business, and now you have the ability to take advantage of these tax deductions. And of course, you're going to consult your accountant, your CPA, for advice on how to do that. And so David Ramsey, maybe you're all familiar with him, he said the worst thing that you can do in this economy is get a second job. But the best thing you can do is start a home-based business and take advantage of the tax breaks, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so what are some of the tax breaks that you can take advantage of? Of course, as I mentioned, you're going to consult with your accountant, but even the $3.99 a month, we don't have any inventory here, but if you did, you'd be able to write that off. How about your utilities? You're working out of your home. What about a portion of your cell phone bill? All right, of course, gas, insurance, business property. You're going to be able to write off a percentage of your rent or your mortgage, depending on where you live, auto expenses, and the list is very, very long. Tremendous amount of write-offs. And so, you know, you may have heard this. We had a president who made $1 billion and paid very little in taxes. How is that? Because he understood the tax system, and you and I, we need to understand it as well. All right, so now, one of the other advantages and benefits of instant recall is the fact that through our subscription, we are actually feeding people who are in need. Each subscription of our installed app creates 5 meals. Those meals right now are being distributed throughout US and Canada through an organization called Feeding America. So this is very, very unique. Now, participation with the app is normally for people 18 years or older, but someone as young as 16 can also participate with the approval of their parents. The goal of instant recall, ladies and gentlemen, is to create over 1 million meals every single month. All right, so now, how many of you would agree that hardly anything worth doing can be done alone? No question about it. And so our partnership with Feeding America gives us the opportunity to be able to affect the world in a major way. I've got a short video here, just 2 minutes long. I want you to understand what Feeding America is all about.
Today, right here in America, a shocking number of our neighbors are facing hunger. Feeding America estimates 60 million people turn to food banks, food pantries, and other private food assistance programs in 2020. There is enough food to feed all of us, but still millions of people face hunger every year. And in Black, Latino, and Native American communities, the challenges run deeper and hit harder. It takes courage to ask for help. It takes all of us working together to make sure no one goes to bed hungry.
Feeding America is a nationwide network of 200 food banks and 60,000 meal programs. Together, we are the nation's largest domestic hunger relief organization. The Feeding America network helped provide more than 6 billion meals in 2020. Behind each meal are countless supporters, donors, and volunteers who care deeply about their neighbors. This family's meal came from their local food pantry. There are more than 60,000 meal programs like this all across our country. Before the meal reached the pantry, the groceries came from a local food bank that collects and routes food to feeding programs. Day in and day out, 200 food banks secure food and funds from donors like national food and grocery manufacturers, retailers, and farmers, and from the generosity of individuals making donations to help feed their neighbors. Volunteers help make it all possible. Each year, more than 2 million people lend a hand.
The work goes beyond providing meals every day. Together, the Food Bank Network and our partners are hard at work in your community and thousands just like it, rescuing healthy food and keeping it from landfills, focusing on the hardest hit communities, making it easier for everyone to get the fresh food they need, and uniting a movement that will bring about lasting change. All of this makes a difference for our neighbors by providing more meals today and helping create a hunger-free tomorrow. But we can't end hunger without people like you. Join us. Visit www.feedingamerica.org to find your local food bank. Volunteer to help get meals to your neighbors. Raise your voice to advocate for stronger food assistance programs. And donate. Every dollar helps provide at least 10 meals. Together, we can create an America where no one is hungry. Together, we're Feeding America.
All right. And, so that's so important. And I pray that, everyone is safe. If you happen to be down where the hurricane is taking place right now, I pray that your family is safe. But it's during times like this when people depend on others. They need food, they need water and other things. And we have the ability to help in situations just like what's taking place right now. And that is an awesome thing. I think you would agree. And before I go on, I just want to make sure that everyone can hear me. If you would, just go ahead and type 2 Ys in the chat box. Type 2 Ys in the chat box, just to let me know that you can hear me. All right, great. Thank you so much. Okay, so now let's talk about the app itself. So many benefits here. The app has some amazing features, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about collecting and storing your precious memories. With Instant Recall, you can organize your memories and get alerted of the good times that you had with your loved ones. All right, let's take a look at a few of these features right now. So why use the Instant Recall app? Well, Instant Recall remembers all of your favorite meals at your favorite restaurants. Have you ever traveled? Maybe you were out of town, going to a great restaurant, and later on you would return to that town and maybe you don't even remember where that restaurant was, or you don't even remember the meal that you ate. Now, using the Instant Recall app, you can record those things and you can jar your memory. You can also recall special dates and events of the past that you had a great time with some family or friends. You can record those things within the app. And if you like to fish, or maybe you like to hunt, mountain climb or something like that, you can even pinpoint to within 30 inches where you were. And so this is huge if you're an outdoor person, to be able to recall the exact location. And also, you can also send notifications to yourself when you want to go shopping or to-do lists or things like that, just so that you don't forget. Now, let's talk about the process. But the process is very simple. So you're simply going to go to your app store, the Google Store or the Apple Store. You're going to download the app and you're going to pay the $3.99 subscription. That's a monthly subscription that you pay. The cost is so low that in most cases you won't even think about it. All right, then you're simply going to share the app. We're going to show you how we do that in some very interesting, innovative ways to the masses. And then, of course, through this process, you and I are going to be participating with Feeding America by distributing those meals. Of course, they're going to do the distribution. We're just providing the funding for that. And now you and I can generate income, but also nonprofits, groups, and organizations can generate income. We're going to talk about that as well. So let's talk about getting started, because it's actually very easy. You simply follow these simple steps. So you're going to get a link from the person who invited you, and you're simply going to download the app onto your phone through that link. And of course, if you have an iPhone, you're going to go to the App Store. And if you have an Android, you're going to go to the Play Store. And you're going to look for Instant Recall, just like the icon you see on the screen there. So you have two ways to sign up. You can click on the social media icons there, or you can simply just use an email address or a password, and you can register that way. Make sure that you write down the email address and make sure you write down the password, because of course you're going to need it later. We want to make sure that you don't forget it, so you don't have to do a password reset. Okay, now you're going to get the referral code of the person who invited you here. And so when you register, you're going to have that, and that way that person is going to get the credit. And once you open up the app, you can see in the upper left-hand corner, you're going to see some numbers there. You click on those numbers and it takes you to this next page here. And here you can see the people that you have referred and the people that they have referred. And you'll be able to see the money that's being generated as a result of that. And most importantly, also, you can see your referral link down at the bottom. And when you click that at the bottom, it's going to take you to another page where you can actually subscribe. So the thing I want you to understand is that $3.99 that you pay, all of that money goes to Google. Why? Because Google owns Google Maps. And that's how the location data is tracked. And so when people look at this and they say that $3.99, we don't know what goes through their mind, but they need to understand all that money goes to Google. It does not go to the company. Where does the company get its money from? It gets its money from the sale of the location data. What does that mean? This is completely compliant. It's not a pyramid. It's not any of those games that are out there. This is real business. You need to understand that. All right. So now the next step is you're going to click on settings inside of the app. It's going to take you over here. This is where you can share it with friends. So you can learn all types of things about the company here. You can contact the company here by way of email, learn more details, the terms of use, all those details are there. But one of the things we want to do is we want to empower others. Their location data is being sold. They're not making a dime, and we can empower them by sharing this information. Plus, they have all the other benefits, such as establishing their own business, being able to write off and save money on their taxes, being able to feed those that are in need, use the app itself, as well as generate income. All right, so very, very powerful. So we click over there, it's going to take you to this screen here. And one of the things you're going to see that we're going to do, we're going to help you as to What do you say to people? What do you text? What do you post on social media? We're going to show you how simple and how easy it is. If you can copy and paste, you can be tremendously successful here. We have people who have personally referred over 1,000 people themselves. All right, so doing 10, that's something that's, it could be done by anybody, just a matter of getting the message out, and we're going to help you to do that. You're not going to need to figure out anything. All right. So also you can track your referrals here, as I mentioned, by clicking on those numbers right there. That will take you to another page where you can see the people that you have personally referred. Now we're going to break this down in detail. The people that you personally refer every month, you're going to earn $1. The people that they refer every month, you're going to earn $1. If you want to open up the third and the fourth level, you must personally refer at least 10 people who subscribe. And that will open up the third and the fourth level, where you and I earn 50 cents per month per person. Now, I want to say this. I used to sell, and I used to be involved in the payphone business. Back when, they used to have payphones out there. You don't see them too much anymore. They were 35 cents to make a call, then they went up to 50 cents. You need to understand, those companies made multiple millions from those 35 and 50 cent phone calls. So here we're getting 50 cents and $1. You need to understand what the potential of this is. You can do the math for yourself. If we teach everyone to just refer 10 by copy and pasting, posting on social media, sending out text messages, talking to people, they can collect over $5,600. We're going to break down the numbers for you in a minute. Now, some people will refer over 500 people. Some people have already done that. The more you refer, the more you get paid. There is no limit to your monthly commissions, all from a program that costs the price of a Happy Meal. Are you serious? The price of the Happy Meal. All right, let's go a little further. All right, so we talked about getting paid. Let me just go ahead and kind of talk about this for a minute. I want to make sure that you got this clear. All right, so how do we get paid? We get paid through a wallet called G-Point. All right, through the G-Point wallet, we get paid in USD. All right, now, depending on if you have a debit card or a bank account, you can connect that right through G-Point. And when you get paid, we get paid once a month. That money goes directly into your bank account. All right, so let's talk about it in a little more detail. So this is the G-Point wallet. All right, you can go to the website and look at it, but you're going to be downloading this onto your smartphone. When you register here, you want to use the same email address and the same phone number that you use when you registered with Instant Recall. That way the two can connect together. All right, that's the main thing I need you to understand. So let's go back to the points for a minute, because everybody wants to see the money. When I first saw this, I knew that this was unique. And because I know, how to build a team, and I'll be coaching everybody on how to do that, because I've built multiple teams, over 100,000 people. I've done it over 4 times. One time, the last program, big program I built, that community grew to over 1 million people. All right. So we're going to guide you, and we're going to give you the blueprint. And if you can follow a few simple instructions, you can be successful even if you have never done this before. So let's do a little review. Let me see if you remember what I mentioned to you earlier. So every person that you personally refer who downloads the app and subscribes, you're going to earn $1 per person per month. Every person that they refer will be on your second level. You're going to earn $1 per person per month with them. So now your first goal, and everybody's first goal, is to personally sponsor at least 10 people as soon as you can. All right, what is that going to do? That's going to open up levels 3 and 4. On level 3, you earn 50 cents per person. On level 4, you earn 50 cents per person. So here's the thing, and once a person registers, they are cookied for a lifetime to you and to your team. All right, so that's good. You don't have to worry about losing people. Now, 20 points is equal to $1. And 10 points is equal to 50 cents. You'll see points in your back office, so you just know what they represent. So now I have a question for you. Can you get just 10 people to download the Instant Recall app. Just 10. Well, we got a great video. You saw it earlier. It's only 4 minutes long. We're going to provide some text messages and some Facebook posts and things like that. You need to understand, if you would send those text messages out and you post on social media, you won't have no trouble getting 10 and many more. And if you do it consistently, you're going to be able to do like many of us, where we're going to be referring a whole lot of people, way more than 10. So let's look at the numbers again. When you sponsor 10 people, personally, that's $10 a month in income. Now, when those 10 people go out and refer 10, guess what? That's 100 people on your second level. That's another $100. Now, because you have referred 10, that opens up level 3. And we're going to say that those people go out and refer 10 each. That's 1,000 people on your third level. That's another $500. But here's the magic right here. When those folks go out and they refer 10, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? That's an additional $5,000 a month from this 50 cents and $1 commissions from this $3.99 program about the cost of a Happy Meal. You now have created a monthly recurring income of $5,610, give or take a few dollars. And that is just the beginning. Can you see the potential here, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you can see it. Because with $3.99 a month, guess what? Most people, they're not even going to think about that. Most people, when they download apps, they never take them off their phone. This is huge. This is why this has long-term potential. Now, maybe you're a leader, and maybe you've got some really, really big goals. Well, we've got a calculator. You can write this down. If you want to see this calculator, you go to fundingfamiliesacrossamerica.com. fundingfamiliesacrossamerica.com, and you can see this calculator. So here are the numbers. This is the example that I just gave you. All right, everybody, referring 10. And this is what you're looking at. All right, but let's say, for example, that you have a bigger goal. Let's say you go out and you refer 5 people a day for 5 days. That would be 25 people. And if everybody does that, I want you to see the number potential right here. Or if you connect up with some leaders or some groups, some nonprofits, some organizations, you can only imagine what that could do for you. Now, I want you to understand, this is a monthly total. This is not a yearly total. This is monthly. But let's say, for example, that you're serious and you go out and you refer 100 people like me and some of the other leaders that are on this call right now. And let's just say that they just go out and refer 10, and they just go out and refer 5, and they just go out and refer 2. Guess what? You're still looking at over $8,000 a month. You do the math on that, ladies and gentlemen. I believe that's close to $100K a year from this program. You only paid $3.99 a month, but you got tremendous tax advantages, and you were able to feed those in need. So let me ask you a question. Do you know any organizations or nonprofits looking for long-term revenue? Let me ask you this. Do you know any retirees, any college students, any moms, all right, any baseball teams, any football teams, any soccer leagues, all right? Do you know any groups that would love to be able to have some recurring income with the numbers and the potential that you just saw a moment ago? All right, so let me show you how we're going to help you. We're going to host these webinars on a regular basis. Right now, it's Tuesday at 9 p.m. This is the extra call I'm doing today. And Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All the person has to do is go to instantrecall.live. Now, we also have a Facebook group. It's called Instant Recall Success Team. You want to join that group because we're going to provide you with training, support, ad copy, and the webinar schedule. We're also going to answer your questions there. All the support that you need is going to be in that group. So now, can you copy and paste? If you can copy and paste, you can have all the success that you need. You need to understand, I have built multiple teams in multiple programs, huge teams all around the world, and I simply did this. I sent out text messages. I did social media posts. I didn't even use capture pages in most cases. That is all I did to achieve that success. I'm going to give you the blueprint And all you got to do is run with it. If you've got hope, you've got faith, you've got desire, you've got a vision for the future, and you're ready to go to work, you are in the right place, because everybody can afford this. They can't say it's too much money because they can afford it. The only thing that would stop them from being successful here is them and their mentality. All right. So when's the best time to make a new change, to do something different in your life, to go to the next level? It is right now. So this is what I want to do, because we're going to take a couple of questions here. But before we do that, I want to go ahead and just bring a couple of people on to kind of share their thoughts with you as to what they see here. I want to start off with Miss Nevada, Coach Nevada. Coach Nevada, are you there? Can you hear me right now?
Yes, I absolutely can.
All right. And so now you're involved in the program. What do you see here when you look at Instant Recall?
Stupid money. My $4 side hustle. I'll tell you, Mark, you pretty much know, those of you who are on that know me, I've been around for a long time. I'd say over 36 years at this game, so to speak. And don't be trying to figure out my age, because we need to be figuring out how many starving students that starving people that we can feed. But this is, you begin to be able, across a period of time, you begin to be able to analyze opportunities and pretty much kind of know right off the bat whether you have something that's good. And this is simple, very simplistic, and that's what makes it so great. Of course, if you're gonna give your data anyway, Google gets your data every single day. You go on Facebook, they have your data. So, I mean, it just makes sense to get paid for it. So if it's simple, and then on top of it being simple, it makes sense, then I don't think anybody who's on this call this evening that could not make $5,600 a month. But get this, when we talk about making money, a lot of times we think big numbers. But if you just think about that freedom number, that would set you free. And that freedom number really is your monthly bills. If your monthly bills come to $2,500 a month and you're able to make $2,500 a month, you're free. Now, that might not include vacations and that kind of thing, but it does include freedom, because all of your bills are paid. And so you can easily see the freedom that you can get here by doing nothing more than just simply sharing this app and following 4 steps. Watch the video, sign up and pay, watch the video on how you get paid, download the wallet, and it's a wrap. Back to you, Mr. Hamlin.
All right, awesome, awesome. Thank you for that. Really appreciate it. I'm going to go right now to Professor Wade, Mr. Giovanni, and let's go ahead and get you to unmute yourself, sir. And you should be able to do that right now. And let's get your thoughts also on the program. Are you there, sir? And if you click on your microphone, you should be able to unmute yourself.
Yes, Mark, I'm here. I'm definitely here. Wow. Awesome presentation. My hat off to you as always. Ladies and gentlemen, as our dear friend Nevada said, I've been in this industry for a while as well. And we're involved in several other things, but imagine you are watching, you have already seen a presentation. Mark put it this way, he said, for the cost of a McDonald's Happy Meal. It's in some places the cost is less than a gallon of milk, but imagine being able to share an opportunity like this with as many people as you can for only $4. And that's amazing to me because, again, you're using your cell phone. And I like to tell people what's easy to do is also easy not to do. And here, most people have cell phones. I think it's 5.9 billion people with smartphones. But what we're not smart enough to know is that whenever they use an app, we don't read people download apps for games. They download apps for sportings and for bettings and all of that. But little do you know that those people are using your information, not just for location, but for other things as well. So now it's time for you to join in what they're doing. Why let them just earn alone when you could be earning on the same information that they're using for you? So I would highly recommend that you get involved today with the person who invited you, and then take heed and just imagine anyone you know above the age of 18, college students, as Mark mentioned, people who are working in restaurants. Everyone around you is on their cell phone, but they don't know that their cell phone can create wealth for them. I agree with Nevada as well. You can make enough money to pay all your bills right here for only $4 per month. What's easy to do, ladies and gentlemen, is also easy not to do. My question to you is, which easy are you? Back to you, Mark. Appreciate you.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I have two more people I'm going to bring on. Then we're going to take a few questions. So if you have a question, hold on a second. Hold on a second. We're going to give you an opportunity to get your questions answered. I want to bring on Miss Wendy, and Miss Wendy, if you could go ahead and unmute yourself and kind of share your thoughts. What do you think about instant recall?
The most exciting thing for me is the developer. I think he's just amazing. The transparency along the way, letting us know some of the bumps that he dealt with. That's so powerful to me. I mean, we know what we have with him. I can't get over the fact that whenever I have had to contact him, how quickly he gets back to you to let you know what's going on. I think we're in an amazing place when you think about what's going on in our world right now, the recession, possibly a depression by 2024. The timing is just phenomenal. And again, for the price of a Happy Meal, that's all I got. And it's so wonderful.
Absolutely. And I agree with you. He's down to earth. He's extremely successful, invested over $500,000 into the program without making a dime thus far. But now guess what? We are on our way. We are live, and it is paying. I'm going to bring on my good friend, Mr. Terry. And Terry's out there in the Houston area. And Terry, you should be able to unmute yourself. And if you would, just kind of share your thoughts with us. Hopefully you're in a place where you're able to unmute yourself and talk right now. How you doing this evening, sir?
Hey, Mark, doing fine. Awesome presentation as well. I, I believe in, and I want to ditto with what Wendy said. Paul, I mean, I have been involved in this industry for a minute and, been a part of different programs, but the owner never as transparent as he was, and he is no gotchas. And that's the other part that I see that what we all have here, and anybody this is a program that would help in every situation, that it's like a no-brainer based on everybody have a phone, and it's something that's already being done. But now we have opportunity not only help ourselves, but help others to put themselves in a position where, it could take care of a few things, fulfills, people, situations that sometimes out of their control, they don't have a way out. Well, now we have a way out for a person if they're willing to put a little time and effort into this. It could really pan out, and I call it my lifetime annuity program. That I believe everybody have an opportunity, and it's not a lot of work, and in this industry, you got to put some time and effort, and it's not promised. But this, Mark, I think we hit a winner on this. I think this is going to help a lot, thousands and thousands of families. And not only that, we, by doing good, we doing well, or doing well, we doing good. I get that kind of mixed up. But the feeding part of it, where it's helping people that, the other part of the charity part is just game changer. So I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to, promoting and sharing this with thousands of people and helping them to understand what we have here.
Outstanding. Really, really appreciate it. And one of the things I like about this, this is not networking. This is an affiliate program, ladies and gentlemen. It's an affiliate program. So we don't have the baggage that comes along with a networking program. We don't have binaries. We don't have certain requirements and things that we have to do. all we do is share the program. We can share it far and wide with as many people as we want to. There's no limit whatsoever. That means there's no limit on our earnings. So really, 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 really exciting. Now, if you have a question or comment, you can go ahead and raise your hand. We'll give you an opportunity to get your question answered before we close here today. And all you have to do is just raise your hand, or you can type your question in the chat box. And if you aren't able to get your question answered, then we want you to just get back in contact with the person who invited you on the call, and they'll be able to answer your question. So I want to thank everyone from coming here today. I'm actually going to stop the recording at this time, but don't go anywhere.